Okay. All right. That sounds super exciting. But let's jump back to, and I did some math, and it turned out, like, in the first 3 minutes of this podcast, that it's all faulty. So because you were talking about like $38,000 per week that you're spending on cloud, right? And
Yes.
if we were talking about like serving 7 million people, that would add up to roughly like a 28 cents per person per year. But then if it's like you were saying, it's like just half of it maybe, and then maybe it's only even hay, then it's a lot more, obviously.
Yeah, I'll share some more specific numbers because it does not break down quite that neatly. And one of the reasons it doesn't do that is that Hey, for example, is a vastly more expensive product to operate than Basecamp. Hey, each individual user just generates and receives so much more data than someone does on Basecamp. Even the most active user on Basecamp, they're writing messages all day long, they're uploading files and whatever, will barely reach the bottom least active user we have on Hey, because most people who use Hey just receive a ton of email, large emails, newsletters, attachments, all sorts of stuff. So it's just a lot more expensive to operate Hey than it is Basecamp. Basecamp falls more within sort of the traditional SaaS idea that the incremental customer is almost free. That's kind of one of the reasons why SaaS is such an amazing business model, because it's almost all the incremental costs are very, very low. Now, that's not quite true with email because the data loads are so much larger. I think at one point we calculated that we spent something like $30 per customer per year with Hey. Now, that's
Okay.
about a third of revenue, which is an absurdly high number compared to all the comps that we have. As you say, with Basecamp, the per user spend on infrastructure is incredibly low. But on Hey, it's actually quite high. So that's also one of the reasons why I'm so impatient to move Hey home, because it is by far the most expensive.